What's up, guys? Welcome to another video where we discuss business, economy, finances, stocks, and everything that revolves around money. So, today we are going to discuss a trading strategy that I really like. So, here it is. Let's go. So, before I tell you my strategy, I think a lot of people who are trading the stock markets, they tend to overdo it, especially in the beginning. And what I mean by that is they overdo it with the trades. If you're a beginner and if you have a broker that doesn't charge any fees or commission for a trade that you take, you're tempted to trade 10, 20, maybe 100 times a day. So a lot of people who get into trading, they sit in front of the screen and they start trading on smaller time frames and they just take trade after trade. So this strategy might work. There are scalpers. You can become really successful with it, but in the beginning I wouldn't really suggest you do it, especially not if you haven't learned anything about stocks, because a lot of people, they jump into stocks after reading a couple of books. I don't know, they trade on a demo account for 2 weeks and they think they have figured it out, but honestly I wouldn't recommend it. Now the other thing is they overdo it with their indicators. I don't know, but sometimes I think a lot of people who are new into trading, they have millions of indicators. They've watched some videos and they kind of seen how other people trade and they try to combine all those things and they don't really have an approach that works, so they just put in some indicators and they think, well, this works, and they're just all over the place. They don't have if you're trading, you have to have a simple strategy that works. If we are talking about really the simplest form of trading, let's say most of the times you have a 50-50 chance. Now, the stock market or the stock is either going up or down. So it's always 50-50. Now, let's assume you win one and you lose one. So how do you trade if your chances are always 50-50? Well, you look for a strategy where you can win 2 while you lose 1. So if the chances are 50-50 and you win, you have won 2. The chances again are 50-50. We can again say, yeah, we won again, so now we have 4. Now again, the next trade, chances are 50-50. Now we lose 1. We still have 3. The next trade we take, chances are 50-50, we lose, we still have 2. If the next trend is a loss, we still have 1 plus, and even if the next one is a loss, we are at break even. But usually, if the chances are 50-50, you will win 1 and you lose 1. So you always want to win 2 and lose 1. This is the simplest form of trading. So, and people always tend to overdo it with their indicators and with the way they trade. You have to keep it simple, because simple forms and basic forms, fundamentals, work in almost everything that you do in your life. But anyway, so let's go and I show you a strategy that I really like. So I'm looking at some charts for you, but those are the ones that I've picked already. So what is this one called? I don't even know. I think this one. Where are we? I think it wasn't even Ethereum. It was, or was it? I think here it is. No, wait, let me just check. I think it was Litecoin that I checked last time. Was it here? Yeah, exactly. So, let's just get rid of those indicators. So this is the beginning of 21, and if we make it simple now and just draw some lines, we can see here an area that we touched a couple of times. It should actually be a kind of a rectangle. So we tried to break out here and touched it twice. Here we touched it several of times because we went sideways and wanted to go higher after breaking above the resistance line. Then we went back and retested this area again. Went higher, retested it quite often. Now usually if you retest an area, or the more often you retest an area, the easier it is for it to break. I mean, simple. The often you hit against a point, it will likely break at some point. But again, if we form, or if we draw this line here and make a line here, if we connect some of the points, we could argue that this one is a triangle. Now here it depends, you can draw it like this. I don't know your mathematical background, so it doesn't matter at this point, but you know, we could have here 90 degrees, and so whatever triangle you want to draw, it doesn't matter, because this is not really a mathematical class. But as you can see, we formed here a triangle and the support line, and we retested this area 3 times. Now if we take another line and take the highest point here, this would be the height of the triangle, and if we put it here, now if we draw the same line twice, and if we connect those lines, you can see that after breaking the resistance line and going higher, and then retesting the support line and rallying from it, the same height that we reached after breaking the resistance line, we reached here twice. Which means if you had taken, or if you were to take a trade, a simple one, and let's say you went for a 1-2, which is basically a 50-50 chance. I mean, here depends where you put your stop loss. Usually you don't want to go that low. You would maybe take the previous support area, this one, maybe this one, or maybe this one. But even here we would still have a risk-reward ratio of 3 point. But if we make it really a 2 point, we could put our stop loss here, and we would still gain or have a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Now, of course, we can't always be sure that this one here breaks out, or that we will rally twice as much, but here we did rally even much higher. So, but all in all, this would be a simple 50-50 chance